Hello, friends. Welcome back to another lecture of Dr. Topper videos, a channel that will assist you to get good marks in your exams. Today, we will study the second part of physical property of dental material. Before that, I request you all to watch the part 1 of physical property of dental material, the link of which is provided in the description box. Many terms which are used in this lecture are explained well in part 1. So please go and watch part 1 before this. In this lecture, we will study about properties like ductility, malleability, hardness and hardness test. Before we start, I need your subscription. Please subscribe to the channel, put on the bell so that you will get the notification whenever we upload a new lecture. Starting with the first topic, that is ductility. Ductility is the ability of a material to undergo permanent deformation without fracture or rupture under a tensile force. In simple terms, it is how far a material can be drawn or stretched into a rope without breakage. Ductility can be measured in three ways. They are percentage elongation, cross-section area, and cold bend test. By determining the percentage of elongation, that is, determining the change in length corresponding to original length, the ductility of a material can be evaluated. By determining the change in cross-section area before and after application of a tensile force, the ductility of the material can be evaluated. In the third method, that is cold bend test, here the specimen is clamped vertically in a vase and then bent to the horizontal. It is further bent through a 180-degree angle for the subsequent bends. The test is sensitive not only to ductility but also to the specimen diameter. Just understand there are three tests which are used to determine the ductility of material. Next topic is malleability. What is malleability? It is defined as the ability of a material to undergo permanent compressive deformation without rupture or fracture. In simple terms, it is the degree to which you can permanently deform a material using a compressive force without fracturing it. A material that is malleable can be compressed or beaten into sheet without tearing. Now, what is compressive load or compressive force? We had explained it in detail on our part 1 lecture video of physical property. Now, a very important topic, that is hardness and hardness testing. This is asked regularly in MCQ, Viva and as essay questions also. Now, what is hardness? Hardness can be defined as the resistance to a permanent indentation, such as small scratch or dent. Hardness depends on the strength of the metal, proportional limit of the metal, ductility, and malleability. We studied the proportional limit detail on part 1 lecture of physical property. Please do watch that video. Now there are numerous tests to measure the hardness of a dental material. This can be classified as macro hardness and the micro hardness tests. In macro hardness tests that include Brinell hardness number and Rockwell hardness number. Let me explain each of it in detail. Before that, we can check what will be there in micro hardness test. In micro hardness test, they include knob hardness number and Vickers hardness number. Okay, moving to the Brinell hardness number, come under macro hardness test. In this test, a non-load is attached to a metal ball or a steel ball specifically. This steel ball along with the load is pressed on the surface or object whose hardness is to be determined. Now what happens when the steel ball is pressed on this object? A round impression A round impression is made on the surface of the object. Now the hardness of the object is determined by the formula applied load per area of indentation. In this case, when this load is applied to this metallic sphere, the hardness of the material marked in violet color or blue color is determined. An impression is made in this area. And the hardness of the object is determined by the formula applied load that is already known to us per the area of indentation or area of the impression made on the material which is used to determine the hardness. That's how hardness is determined using this method. This test is best suited for ductile material and is not suited for brittle material. Moving to the next test. The second test is the Rockwell hardness number. In this test, instead of that steel ball used in the previous test, a conical diamond as shown here is used. A known amount of load is applied to this conical diamond point. When this conical diamond point along with the load pressed over the object of which hardness is to be obtained. A conical indentation is formed on the object and hardness is measured using this. Next method is the Wicker hardness number test. This test is similar to Brinell hardness number test, but instead of a steel ball, diamond in shape of a square pyramid is used. Now the impression of the test on the object is square instead of circle, and then analysis made similar to Brinell hardness number, but the diagonal of the square marking is measured and averaged. Please note that Wicker hardness number is also determined by the same formula, that is load upon area of indentation. It is used to determining dental casting gold and not applicable to elastic material. Now the last method, the Knoop hardness number. In this method, a diamond indenting tool is used. It is equally applicable for hard and soft material. All these tests are very important in the exam point of view. Watch this video repeatedly. Please like our video. If you found this as useful, don't forget to share with your friends also. Give your feedback on comment box. The remaining topic will be discussed in our upcoming video. Do support and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching.